Okay, video number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to cover the stock market. And this is obviously leaving out exotic transactions, that sort of thing. I think that's the term I was looking for earlier. But basically, the stock market, what is it? Everyone kind of bitches about it and says, you know, oh, the stock market's up, the stock market's down, my company's going well, it ain't. But what is it? The short version, which is what these videos are all about, goes, the stock market is basically people saying how good your company is and how much money it's worth. That's the ultra short version of it. In real terms, what it means is, I take a company, let's say, Ken's Widgets, whatever, Jim's Widgets, Stu's Widgets, doesn't matter. And I take that company, I list it on the stock market. The better my company does, the more the stock price goes up. There's two kinds of stocks, there's private, there's public. Public means you can have as many people buying stock in it as you want. It's called publicly listed. Privately traded, it's a finite number of shares, and in some cases you have to have board approval to own those shares, not including inheritance. Now, in my previous video, in fact the one just previous, I actually talked about the stock market. Actually, I didn't mention the stock market, I mentioned derivatives. Derivatives were people basically saying it's as good as. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up during the stock market report, so to speak, is that people will actually take derivatives and be able to basically bet on them in the stock market. You can buy and sell derivatives. That's like saying, I'll put so much confidence and so much of my money to get a share of what the derived value of something that doesn't yet exist or is projected to exist will be. Now, it's one thing to bet on a company. Company goes boom, company goes bust. There's only one set of shares that close down. You cut that chain I was talking about. You take out one link, everything else falls apart. Problem is, people have bought shares in every link that is destined or is supposedly destined to show up. Now you're starting to see why I said 10 times the value of Earth was promised out, allowing for interest in it, the rest of it, probably 11 now. The share market is not a bad idea by itself. Most ideas by themselves are not bad. But what you got here is a really nasty piece of work, I'll tell you. Because the whole thing together, it gets ugly. Anyway, that's the stock market and how derivatives play into it. More in my next video.